Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bethany. If you're new here, I want to thank you so much for watching this video today. We are going to be doing some meal prep, but before we do that, I do want to mention my hair. I did cut bangs. I did this myself. I've never had a style like this, so this is all brand new to me and I'm not sure exactly how I feel about it, but for right now I am loving it. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments what you think and if I should keep it this way. But for today we are going to do some meal prepping. I've got some things to make it easier in the week for us. I'm going to make some yogurt parfaits and some meal prep my lunches, because that's the one thing I have the worst trouble with during the week, is finding something for me to eat and then I end up not wanting to make anything and then I get something simple that's really not that good for me. So I'm going to try to make that for this week to see if that will help me. And then also we are going to make some dinner tonight, so I'll have that recipe included as well. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to start off making are my fruit parfaits, and I'm just going to store them in these mason jars with the turn lids. I love these containers. They are so universal. I use them for storing veggies to dip in hummus. I absolutely love them, but I'm going to start by layering my yogurt of choice on the bottom. You can use any type of yogurt you like. I am using this vanilla whole milk yogurt because Sawyer can eat this with me as well, so we will have a snack together and eat these throughout the day. And then I'm going to start by using frozen fruit. You can definitely use fresh fruit if you have it on hand. I did not have any fresh fruit except for the blackberries, so I'm just going to start layering in some of these strawberries and then blueberries, and then I'm going to put another layer of that yogurt on top after I put in some rolled oats and some chia seeds. And you can really put whatever you like in it, whatever you want. They're very universal, and you can just do a lot of different flavors, but this is what I'm going to do in this one. And then once I get that topped off with that last layer of yogurt, I do have some fresh blackberries on hand, so I'm going to throw a couple of those in and then call those done and put those in the fridge. Okay, so now that I have my parfaits done, they're in the fridge and they are going to sit there overnight, and I can just eat those for the next 3 days as a snack. But I'm gonna go ahead and start on supper, and I've had this chicken marinating in the fridge overnight. It's supposed to be like a cilantro lime chicken, but my cilantro went bad, so I do not have any cilantro in it. So the only thing I marinated it in was some salsa, taco seasoning, and lime juice. So I still think it'll be really good, but we're gonna try it out. So I'm going to start by placing about a cup of this reduced sodium chicken broth in the bottom. You can use water or anything you like, and if you don't have the Instant Pot, you can definitely cook this chicken in your crock pot, in the oven, on your stovetop, anything that you have, just that the way that you love to cook chicken. So I think marinating gives the chicken so much more flavor, and it did turn out so good. The only thing I forgot to mention was I did have olive oil in this as well, so that was like the base of the marinade. I'll try to have that linked down in the description box below if you are interested in that recipe that I used. But while that is cooking in the Instant Pot, I'm going to go ahead and start on my rice. I didn't have enough basmati rice to make a full batch, so I did mix my basmati rice with regular white rice, and it turned out just fine. They cook the same. So I'm going to do some rice, and then I'm also going to throw on some broccoli to have as our side. I realized I did not put this in a big enough pan, so I did have to switch pans, which kind of sucked because I did dirty up another dish, but it all worked out in the end and I got those cooking. But while that was getting started on the stove, I am going to start on my meal prep for the week for my lunch. And I just took a sheet pan and I laid out some thinly sliced chicken breast. I'm going to top that with this thick and chunky salsa that I had left over, and then also this pepper and onion blend. I've never made this before, so I'm really excited to see how this turns out, but I did pair that with some green beans on the side and cooked that in an oven that was preheated to 400 degrees for about 45 minutes total, just until the chicken reached 165 degrees internally. This is what our dinner looked like. It was the cilantro lime chicken with some rice and broccoli, and it turned out so delicious. Here is also what the chicken for my lunch looked like after it was done, and it smelled so good as well. I'm super excited to try that out. But to pair with that chicken for lunch, I'm going to pair that with some quinoa. So I'm just going to get that rinsing here while my water is starting to boil, and try not to dump it all in the sink. But I did get that rinsed and I let it drain, and then once that water was boiling, I threw that in there for about 12 minutes or so until the quinoa was done and there was no longer any water. I'm doing a lot of things at once here, but that's how I like to work. I like to do it all at once. I don't like having my meal prep spread out throughout the entire day. It makes me just feel like I have no time, and that's all that I end up doing. So right here I am browning some turkey for some breakfast burritos in the morning. Once that was cooked and drained, I did wipe this pan out, and I'm going to go ahead and cook the eggs that I'm going to use with that, except I shouldn't have wiped the grease out. I should have used that for my eggs because I did forget to spray this pan and they did stick a little bit. So if you do this, if you wipe your grease out, I would definitely remember to spray the pan. So I'll definitely remember that the next time. But I just did 8 eggs in here and I'm going to mix those together. I'm also going to throw in some frozen spinach that I have. I absolutely love using frozen spinach. It makes it kind of crispy and you can easily just break that spinach up into small pieces, and then once they cook into the eggs you cannot taste it at all. So I love throwing them in these because my husband does not eat greens, so it's always nice to have those in a dish if I can get them in. At this time also the quinoa was done cooking, so I took that off the stove, and then I'm going to throw that turkey back into this mixture and get that good and mixed together so we can start assembling our wraps. But before I do the wraps, I am going to complete my lunch meal, so I'm just going to throw in some quinoa with the green beans and a piece of that chicken breast on top and put those in the fridge. To assemble the breakfast burritos, all I do is lay out a sheet of aluminum foil, and then I layer that with my tortilla, which we're using a whole wheat tortilla. You can use any type of tortilla that you prefer. I then make a thin layer of shredded cheese, and then I top that with a scoop of that egg and turkey mixture. I absolutely love making freezer burritos. You can do breakfast ones, lunch ones. They're so versatile. You can really just fill them with anything and they taste so good. But another reason I love them is that they will last for up to 3 months in the freezer. So they're always a good thing to prepare ahead of time and to have just in case you're running low on groceries or anything like that. And then just to heat them up, we take them out of the freezer. I wrap them in a damp paper towel and then microwave them for like 50 seconds and they are good to go. So I absolutely love them, and I do recommend y'all try to make some freezer burritos to have on hand. Alright guys, well I think that's going to be it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and it gave you some ideas for meal prepping. If you have any ideas that I should try next time, be sure to leave a comment down below. I'm always looking for new ideas to try. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you a part of our family. It does mean so much to me and it helps my channel grow. So I cannot wait to see you guys in our next video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.